Hello, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're joining in from. I'm very happy to welcome everyone to Tech Recruiting Academy and to welcome our special guest, Alla Pavlova. Hi, Alla.
Hi.
I'm very happy to see you again. It's not live this time, but I'm really happy to see you. How are you today?
Good, good. Amazing weather in the Netherlands. So we are very lucky right now. And probably this is the final webinar for this year, I think, from my side.
You heard her, guys. Just make sure that you are active enough so that you can benefit the most out of those 30, 40, 50 minutes that we have scheduled with Alla. For those who don't know her, Alla is a tech recruiter, a tech sourcer based in the Netherlands. She is a winner of the most influential sorcerer in the Netherlands for 2022 with passion for engineering and for gaming. And I guess I will not be wrong to say that she's also passionate about WeAreDevelopers. Ella is one of our strongest ambassadors.
That's
Is
true.
there
Everything is
anything,
true.
is there anything, Ella, that you want to say about yourself that I didn't say?
No. I think is everyone. I think pretty tired at the end of the year. I think we had quite challenging year in TA. So I want everyone to relax and enjoy the session.
Yeah, that's true. Do not only get relaxed, but also make sure that you use the comment section. Just comment below, ask your questions. I know that will pick up some of your questions during the presentations, but we will also make sure that at the end we spend 10 minutes with the rest of the questions. And the topic we have chosen today is how to leverage communities for tech recruiting. We think it's an important topic because we are dealing for passive talent, and during the periods they're not looking for a job, they still stay connected somewhere, and you can be part of those communities as well. Alla, you have chosen Slack and Discord for today. Why those two communities? What makes them like close to your heart for today?
Um, uh, because I'm also part of this community, that's one thing. So I see how people helping each other, and I think a lot of partners, even assignments and candidates, I found because I was part of this community. So I want to open up it to everyone and show how amazing it is and how you can actually contribute and benefit. So it works always both ways. Hey,
Okay.
Daniel.
Can you give us like a short summary of what we can expect for today?
Yes. I would love everyone to have their laptops ready because first I will show you a few things that are not probably very common by people to use on Slack. It will be very helpful for you, just even for your own, if your companies are using that. I don't know if it's actually applicable for Teams, if you have Teams users. So let me know. It's like I'm already thinking about the next challenge. And I will talk a little bit more about scraping on Slack and finding your candidates and joining the communities. And same goes to Discord. That actually has a little bit different names for the same things. It's going to be like servers and also like live channels. And I'm going to show you how you can also find candidates and work there. So it's going to be, I hope, practical and useful so that by the end of the session, so you will be part already of a few communities.
Oh, thank you, Ella. I'm pretty sure that it's going to be practical. One more time, comment below so that you can really benefit, and Ella will answer your questions. And now the floor is yours, Ella.
Thank you so much. I hope you can see my screen. I'm already sharing it. I'm going to make it a little bit bigger. Yes, I can see it myself. So yes, hello from Amsterdam. So as you see, I've worked mostly in gaming. It's a lot of fun. It's amazing challenge, but it's also quite niche roles that you have to be quite creative to find them. And I have to make a confession as well. I'm chapter lead of a Slack community in Amsterdam. I do it almost 4 years. It's a volunteering job, and it's not like it doesn't feel like job. It's, to be honest, it's like community building, and I learned a lot. So that's why Slack was one of the reasons why I picked this topic to show you how amazing indeed it is. And Discord is always, I think, is growing so much right now, and it's so fun to be part of it. So yeah, let me bring it on. So a few things when you need to really decide on the tool or on the platform when you need to spend the time. So you just need to answer a few questions to yourself. So first of all, like, who is the main audience of these communities? I would say for Discord, it's obviously gaming. It's like it's became like very like the first I think communities were created by security engineers, by data engineers as well, and gamers, because you can do a lot of fun there. I'm going to show. When it comes to Slack, I think I would say maybe like 4 years ago, it was so popular to build the community. It's free. You can get people from different programming languages with different backgrounds all together. And there are special communities for recruiters, QA, software engineers, everyone. And it's still possible to find them, and they're still quite active. Why I'm saying still, public workplaces are free. You can join, you can contribute, you can hang out there, but there are also ways for you to join paid communities and create something that is like a workspace, and people, I don't know, maybe work together, collaborate, and it could be different levels for you. But as a source, as a recruiter, for you, first finding who is there on the Slack communities, Discord communities. There's a lot of software engineers, product DevOps, gamers are there. So if they are there, we must be there as well. So the reasons why I just listed just a few things. I hope my script is not that small, but networking being amazing. So you can send the messages directly to people. I'm gonna also show it. It's a lot of learning. So whenever I pick the language, for example, I'm looking for like PHP, Laravel engineers right now. I found the community, I joined and I started reading, and it gives me a lot of information on, I don't know, keywords, also events that are happening. So you kind of like sneak peeking on the things that you probably don't understand everything, but you still would like to really learn it and get the best out of it. So it is also the opportunity, and I use it a lot, so you can do too. When I joined the community, I introduced myself. I found the channel to introduce, and I ask people if they can advise me on something. It is the way for me to get like, you know, this, to step out of this barrier between me and someone like software engineer or like a manager or a leader, someone that I'm afraid to maybe look them, but but I kind of need to be a little bit vulnerable and just you know, just go and do and ask. And of course, the people in the communities are helping each other because they're also kind of like in the same situation, in the same um, group, and they share same values, or maybe same, at least same topic. And it influences on the company brands, really, really. So your hiring managers can join these communities. They can start also posting the jobs. They can start giving some online sessions, answering questions. So it is. If you're not convinced yet, so yeah, I really wanna try to show you that it's easy to join the communities. It is not complicated. I'm going to show you both Discord and Slack, and yeah, you use it again for your own benefits, but my personal, and it's very very important message to everyone. My personal approach is try to contribute at the beginning. So try to be useful. Suggest to review the CV. Suggest to, as a recruiter, you can be helpful in many, many ways. To give some tips for preparing for the interview. To suggest some podcasts, newsletters. So you can find a way to be helpful for sure, even without being knowledgeable about the particular programming language that you're joining the community from. So that's I hope convincing. And yeah, so communities, the most popular communities right now for software engineers are on Slack and Discord, and there's like YouTube channels that are also quite popular. Like everyone is like in the morning opening them and just going through them. By the way, you will have a lot of links from me, so don't worry. I will give you the QR code where you can have all the links. So that's why just don't try to really like remember anything. Or so let's focus on the how and when. So you would like to find the workplace. So there are different ways how you can do that. So let me do this here. So I suggested it's going to be again in the file with links. I suggested a few websites that generates links for public groups for Slack. We start with Slack. Slack is it's a workplace, so probably you have it in your company where you and people who are there, you collaborate, you send messages together to each other, you tag people, you send files. It's a lot of things that you can do in there. But there are also paid plans at Slack workplaces, and you can't join without invitation or company email address. So this is very different. So we, as a source and recruiters, we are only using public groups that are available to join. And so, yeah, we also very mindful about the information that we get there. So how do you find? So imagine right now any job you need to close. Yeah, I would love to see it in the comments if it's possible for you to share with me any jobs you're hiring right now, so I can try to find relevant groups for you. But whoever you're looking for, so you can go with Python, for example. This is the language I was recently looking, and I hope, yeah, it's gonna find you a few most popular Slack communities that you can join. This is very popular one, so no member data, so to say. But yeah, you see, for example, here there's sign in. It's if you have already an invite from someone else, a button, or it could be join straight away. Sometimes you see this error, so sometimes some of the communities are really not looking anymore. Oh, I see senior full stack developer with JS and Notes. Yeah. So let's see if we have anything specifically for full stack. But the greatest thing that I do always, so C sharp, yeah, definitely. ClickHouse TV. Oh, Nika, thank you so much. This is like sounds very challenging. If I need to find specific Slack community, so this is one way. This is the website so that's so far has public communities. What else I have for you? It's a quite old, but still like list of 400 Slack communities. Some of them are still working, but they at least divided based on the software engineers, like JavaScript, for example. You see programming skills, there's this and this and this and that. This JavaScript, by the way, it is very popular to have a dedicated group. Again, you see, but pay attention to the name because maybe they just moved to Discord or something else. So Slack community. So what I do a lot, I just Google. I just Google and try to find Slack communities. It's Node Slackers. I can try to see if there's any still. Yeah, there is. You see, it's just the link in there is outdated. But enter the email below and to join, so people will accept you in all communities if they're quite big enough. I think it's not possible for them already not to have it. They will have a code of conduct, so they will try to set some rules so people respect each other, etc. So you see, when you show someone's community how it's called, and you can also think, okay, maybe full stack they still have their community, so you can try to find them. I go and just Google dev2 is one of my favorite websites to go to. For example, Slack communities for full stack. Maybe they will have it because they do have a lot of um, uh, recommendations, communities and service for remote, etc., etc. So I will try to just googling and finding the one that is really relevant for me. So for you to use it at home, I suggest I call like get together the list, the biggest list that are available online. This is the Airtable, was created by someone a long time ago, and it's also divided based on the countries. And again, don't forget, if you see the name of the community, try Discord, try find maybe their have their page on GitHub, also very popular. And try just to Google with their name, and you probably will find that they moved somewhere. So you see, it's also divided based on the location. Some of them are unfortunately gone, but some of them are still working, and this is amazing. So I would like to demonstrate to you a few things that I found very useful. So I'm gonna I'm using a few screens and I'm checking the questions, so feel free to drop it. I want to show you a few things. I'm going to move it here, and this one is here. So I'm checking what screen you see. This one screen. Okay, so perfect. And so when you click join, it will ask you to sign up with your email address, and that's it. So usually it's no problem, and then you can actually invite other people to the community using the email address and explaining why you would like them to be part of this community. So you can piggyback each other. Hangouts is one of the biggest communities when it comes to finding DevOps engineers and SREs, etc. So I really benefited so much by being part of this community, but I also try to offer something back to talk to software engineers who are looking for a job, etc. So this is how it looks inside. When you join, you see most of the channels that are pre-selected for you so that you see them straight away, but you can also go and you create your own channel if you will be allowed, but you can also browse channels. And here is one of my favorite things because I can see also what are the terms they're using, career advice. This is like really important channel for me to be, by the way. I'm going to join this channel because here I can also be helpful and yeah, like this is actually where I as a recruiter can like really contribute a lot and yeah, help like, hey, this yeah, you get rejection or you pass this and that. So yeah, when you browse for the channels, you choose channels that you would like to be part of, but also look, there is a channel specifically dedicated for us recruiters, job boards for recruiters. 1,000 people following it. If you look into the general channel, it's like indication for you, like maybe an announcement, 14,000 people are part of this. Of course, there are sources and recruiters who will be scraping 14,000. It is possible. And then, like, I don't know, emailing these people or whatever they decide to do, I suggest go differently. If you see like a channel where you can introduce yourself, and that's what I would like to try to do. I'm gonna see if there's intros. Yes, only 34 people. Okay, so that's not very popular channel, so that's fine. So this way I can go in announcements and maybe I can find like a general channel and see if there's something else there. Like general, usually they have this. Yeah, they archive it because probably yeah, like people usually don't know what to write in general channels and they write everything. So this way, yeah, quite party. So I love it. I in my community that I created on Discord. By the way, if you want to join, so you just pin me for the details. I have a yelling channel. It's super helpful. Like yeah, people just go there and write this caps lock, whatever they want, and it stays within the community. So yeah, they also have yelling, but not so many people yelling there. So CI/CD, this is very specific for software engineering, etc., etc. So you are here, so you are really exploring. So you looked into channels. I suggest if you can introduce yourself, go do that, and then try to find relevant channels for you. So one of the first things, yeah, I try to find who are the admins. So I also go to the search and I look for the word admin, and I try to see if there's anyone who is admin so that I can reach out and say, hey, um, can it be helpful? So there's people, they call themselves, yes, admins. It could be people from SpaceX Fund. It could be that it is not the admins of this channel. So I will still try to, sorry, not this community. I still try to find them. And I can say, hey, I'm a recruiter, obviously. I should be helpful. Let me know if I can do anything. And so sometimes they really find it's helpful. Next thing I will do, I will post the job. And it's amazing because people can see it, you can tag them, you can add the reaction, you can write everything you want. You can see also some information that other companies are sharing, like the salaries, who is looking for, and etc. So also one probably important thing to mention is that communities are international. It's very hard to find community dedicated specifically to a location, but there are groups, there are channels that are dedicated to a specific location in a lot of communities. I'm going to show you. So this is Maybe, yeah, by latest they have it. I'm gonna try to see. This is the search area, so maybe I will. Yeah, I will go for Berlin, and I will see if they have a channel dedicated to Berlin. So you see 22 channels. It's a small community, so that's why I wouldn't expect like a lot of people, but 100 people, Berlin based. They have the meetups. They discuss the community business, and yeah, you can go ahead and join them, or you can email them and suggest any help you can do. So this is I think super helpful in terms of overcoming this problem that communities are so international and sometimes they're so big and you can't find a lot. But yeah, let me show you a few nice things, search and advice, so that you can use, and I think you will like it. So I'm gonna show you how to search inside. So this is community for recruiters. Let me go for Python developers. Very big community, 47,000 people. So again, some people can scrap it, but yeah. So if you go to introductions, you can. So let's search in the introduction channel. So if you put in, it's chooses a specific channel that you would like to search in, and like I would like to search in the introduction, and I would like to search something like I'm a senior. So, oh, sorry, I'm a senior, and it could be, yeah, it could be from someone who's ready, or it could be senior developer, and I would like to just use the phrase, sorry, Um, no one right this way is fine. I'm a senior, maybe they call themselves engineer, so I can try to go like that. Also node, okay. What I can do, try to look for the CVs. If anyone dropped the CV, it's not very popular. But yeah, so Python, Berlin. So I'm just trying to find whatever is like relevant for me. Full stack, yeah. So people, if I go, I am. And it's going to be a lot of introduction starting like that. So Python, shall we see? Yeah, so some files, intro docs, how people say messages, I am Python, blah, blah, but I need to know what I'm looking for. And you see that, hi, I'm this and that, and I'm based here and that. So I can use for keywords like based, based in Amsterdam. Why not? Out of 47,000, maybe there's no one. But I think you got the idea. So basically you choose the channel that you really like and like to explore, and you go in, and I would like to go to something jobs related, job boards, and here I would expect CVs as a files. I actually wanted to have more, and then you can do like that. Has link, and there's gonna should be messages with the links inside. So if someone dropped the PDF, if someone dropped the spreadsheet, it's so nice as a search inside Slack is amazing. So you can see that I can filter based on the message, files, documents, PDFs, presentations. So I love that. So, and you see type PDFs, so you can really try to do this one. Yeah, there are resumes. If you put type PDF in the job boards, you see 3 resumes shared, but I would like probably to see if I just type PDFs, so it will show me all the files of this community that has this, and I see people using loads, some templates, some canvas. So yeah, um, whenever you use your own workspace, talking to your colleagues, and so like you need to search for something, sometimes it's like very challenging to find anything, anyone. So what you can do, like you can do message from me, and sorry, from me, and then you can do has link. So there will be 0 because I don't think I sent any links in here, but I can go to the recruiters community. Again, by the way, drop any questions if you have. And I'm sure from, so I'm gonna change it. So give me a second. From me, and then has link. Yeah, 24 messages. That totally makes sense. So I was sending messages inside the community, someone's CV, promoting, etc., etc., etc. So it's quite handy. What else I can do? I can go and do, for example, I need the timing. So I remember that I sent something during, let's say 2020. So I sent not me, but during 2020 in this community, there were these files shared. But if I do search, sorry, if I do search like from me during love decks, by the way, during like 2021, yeah, we don't. You see, that's the message is also not saved because of the free um, um, plan. So that's why it's not always possible. And make sure you see what you put it in the. Yeah, it could be after, before, it could be during, it could be sent from me. Yeah, sent from Alabama. So it is awesome. So I hope you like it. Is there other let me see, are there a list of these operators somewhere on the internet? Yes, and I have this list for you ready. So yeah, I'm gonna show you. So I just now lost which screen I'm sharing. Just give me a second. So there is it's like a modifiers. So this list will be available for you after the session. So there's things for you to read and things that I use. So Slack has amazing insights, a library of things that you can do, operators, for example. Yeah, you're looking for marketing reports from your team. You can use a specific, you are looking for specific emoji. Remember, oh, someone reacted to my message with this and this. So it is possible to find the keywords, and it also understands the quotes. It uses the same logic. So let me show you. Let's do that. It is searching right now in the whole community. I'm just going to make sure. I'm going to go back to Recruitment Slack. It's an amazing community of uh, basically mostly Dutch recruiters. You can join and you can benefit. You can learn so much. Oh yeah, I'm going to be in Python right now. Okay, so if I do search Python engineer and I do the quotes, it's going to search for exact word. So for people, it looks in their bios and it looks in the in the messages. If I do change it to so I lost the thoughts for a second. Yeah, asterisk. I wanted to show asterisk. So if I do Python and asterisk, it's gonna look for any words that will be after Python file, engineer, whatever. So it does recognize it. So it totally makes sense to use it. Can all this be done with the free Slack version or upgrade it needed to the paid one? So it can be done absolutely with free version. So you see that all the communities I am are free communities. So this is the biggest for DevOps. This is one of the also biggest for SREs DevOps and data talks, all these PyLadies, all this Node.js community is really, really lovely. All free, and all the search is applicable for everyone. And yeah, you can get help. You can see other modifiers right away that you can search based on the someone was saved. Oh, and one of the favorite things that I do as well, I love it. It's like some people like write in threads, and there are some kind of rules and ethics. So whenever you are in the community, tagging all people like tag channel or hey everyone, it's considered a really, really bad idea. So you don't tag thousands of people and you will look really bad. So, and also you're not trying to be like very like taking out of the community, but not giving back. So it's very common just to help each other, but not trying to really gain so much out of it, like a sales pitches and being a very salesy there. I think it's just just really not usual, not welcome. If you go to the search, so yeah, you can do search in threads, and I would like to try to see any or Python. I doubt, but let's try Node, or maybe mentioning Amsterdam or something like that. So there are the messages that are in thread, so people use them inside the conversation. It's very hard to find sometimes. So when you remember that it was not a message, it was like a let's go sub message. So if you're not convinced yet, I don't know what else I can do, but I do think I can do one thing as well. Let's say you're part of the community, you love it, and you, for example, I'm gonna try to see Amsterdam is a channel. I will go back and see if there's any dedicated channels to the locations. I'm trying to find something small. Yeah, 143. Yeah, so this is the dedicated channel for gaming. You need to join to be able to see that. Is there's also a list of free communities that you can join? Yes, Stefania, I shared, and it will be shared as well at the end of the session. There are lists, but you can also, and this is my best advice, Google for the like best communities for like best like communities for C++ engineers, IT engineers, mobile engineers, whatever. So try to find them manually because they change names and they move from server to workspace and back and forth. So it just makes more sense for you to really try to Google the community. So I'm coming back to the so when you're here, and I was trying to do that different ways. So when you are inside the community, you did a good job, you contributed, and you have a relevant opportunity for someone, and you decided like I'm in gaming, so maybe I would like to see women interested in games as a part of this community, and I joined the channel and I see that is 143 people. It's not that many people, and I would like to see if there's anyone that I can try to approach with my relevant job. So first of all, of course, you see them all straight away. So if you're looking for producers, so you can message the person right here, right now, for free. And response rate is amazing. So one thing that you can sometimes, yeah, you see the local names, sorry, local times, and you can find their names by using by just googling as well. But yeah, you can actually send a message to this person and you can say, hey, Miranda, I'm looking for this and that. I'm part of the same community. I'm learning, and I'm sorry if reaching, I hope that reaching out here is okay. You're also given a good understanding that you're part of the same community, you try to help and you to do that. So response rate was enormously great. So people were super nice. They were replying. It was much faster, and so we jump into the call, and it it's really like you feel like you not behaving as a recruiter. You're like someone who is in a good mission to help out. But if you decided like I still want to go and like check the whole list of gaming, you can go here and you can scrape 143 people in here. And so there are a few tools to help you out to do that. One is just a Chrome extension that I started to use recently. So that's why, like, forgive me if something goes wrong. So I'm in the community to scrape. I need to log in to the workspace in the browser. You have different things. You can log in browser, or you can download the app and have it in the app. How do you usually approach one candidate that seems suitable for your role after you found the profile on Slack? Did you approach direct on Slack via DM or search for their profile on LinkedIn? I do still search their profile on LinkedIn just to make sure it's relevant because I don't see exactly the experience of this person. But for the sake of interest and statistics and my personal love to communities, I will reach out inside Slack and will try to mention that I'm like what I'm doing here, why I'm messaging, and see. Yeah, sometimes people part of the community, but they forgot about it. They don't use it, and this way, if you don't hear from them, yeah, definitely will reach out then on their LinkedIn or find the email address and reach out directly. So could be different things. When it comes to the site where we want to benefit only, like how to get the profiles out of the workspace. So we go in here. So this is the um, um, community. I'm logged in when I'm in the browser. That's important because it doesn't work inside the app. So it's like always asking you how you would like to log in through the app or through the browser. So don't worry. So what I like about Slack, they always like, they know what to tell you that you do the right thing. So as I mentioned, like I just recently started to use this extension. So I just copied the link to the channel. I'm in here, 25 people. I specifically choose the smallest one just for the sake of time and demonstration. I'm in the community of Hangouts. I'm logged in. I'm inside the community, so I can't do anything if I'm not part of the community. And I joined the channel that's called Game Dev. I copied the URL and I go to the Chrome extension that is called Slack Member Scraper. I put it in here and I ask for CSV, the download, export complete. So I'm gonna download them and I'm gonna see how it looks like now. It was very quick, right? It took I don't know, like a few seconds, and then you have the names. So like yeah, some people use their nicknames, and then you just clean this, and so you don't do anything. With some scrapers, yeah. So what I like is also the time zone. That is very very helpful. But I also see that none of them is the owner of the admin. So sometimes when I really need to find someone who is the owner or the admin, so I do scrape and go through the profiles. Because just asking, hey, are you the admin or something, not helpful. So this way, you have this list and you can work with it. So there are really people with their names and their full names, and you can do a few magic, but this is for another session to clean it, to cross-reference, etc. But you can get in seconds the list. There are another tool that I was using very, very extensively, and actually I reached out to the support yesterday because whenever you need to demonstrate anything, nothing is working. So everything's broken, and I was like, okay, so how can I show you guys? So Phantom Buster was one of the oldest one to create this extension, to create the scraping tool. I used the free version. It gives me like 10 minutes of scraping. It's really a lot, so you don't need anything else. One thing that's before it was actually before I mean like a year ago, it was always working without any errors. And recently I was making I was trying to scrape, and it was giving me so many errors, and I was not sure if I'm doing something wrong. So I reach out and ask like what can I do to avoid mistakes. And so they told me like, yeah, you have to have the extension, you have to be logged into the community, and yeah, so then it finds the cookie that you need. So connect it to Slack. Let's see if it works right now, because I'm not sure. So what I'm doing the same thing that I did with the Chrome extension, but I'm doing it with the Phantom Buster, also the tool with the free version of it. So I put the URL of the community. I click. So I think it was. I need to know exactly. It's a game dev. It's a game dev. So need to know exactly the Slack channel name. Game dev. Save. I just do one quick scrape. That's it. So a lot of people, a lot of sources using it for really some time. I think it exists for a few years for sure. So if it's new for you, so please, I'm very happy for you. Just experiment, try it. Yeah, it works right now. So it's great. So I'm going through it right now. Entitled Slack channel. 25 results. I should see it soon. Yeah, so it's launched. Yeah, so you see this results, and I can download them, but with the free version I can download only 10 of them. But there is a workaround. But anyway, so there are a few things that this is what I love about being sourcer. You can always find the way. So if I get the tattoo, I think it will be the one. Coming back to the presentation, actually. So what else I wanted to share with you all? Any questions about Slack, please let me know. But this is the overview. So join, contribute, mention yourself. So there's operators that you can use. So they will be available for you. Don't worry about that. Let's go and we quickly because the time flies when it comes to sourcing. Go to Discord. So Discord is a bit different. So in a way, I'm gonna put it now here. So I'm gonna do this one. Yeah, so you can see my screen. This is my community. It's a small Discord server that I created for my Friday sourcing sessions that I do with just whatever whoever is joining. And yeah, so you can, as you can see, there are channels in here. So we discuss like books, events, yelling, whatever, asking each other questions, making intros, sharing information. Hey, there's a nice thing, blah blah blah. So it's very much learning. So if it comes to let me see which one I wanted to. I think recently I joined Laravel. Yes. So whenever language I'm looking for, I can find different ways to find. So with Discord, it's free, so you can join a lot of Discord communities. In here, you see explore discoverable servers. And in here, there's a lot of service. And why I was saying that it's a lot of like gaming companies that have it here, because yeah, it totally makes sense because you can play the game, you can stream your screen straight away to the server, other people can watch it, and it's like it's a really amazing experience. But let's see if it's going to pick up Laravel. So yes, Laravel is one of the technologies that I'm searching right now. And so yeah, if I choose programming as specific section. So I search inside. So with Slack, I can't search communities inside Slack workspace. I just find the workspace and join. With a Discord, you choose, you create the account, and then you explore inside everything you want. And there is dedicated different types of servers that you can join. A lot of them are paid, a lot of them are subscription, a lot of them are communities, a lot of them are just public and you can join. So see, it's 35,000 members, Laravel, PHP, that's what I need. So I jump in. They usually ask you like, hey, these are our rules, you have to accept them, and then you can get inside. And I straight away see, yeah, so these are the rules, I can read them again. And I think it's very important that you follow the rules and you will be mindful as well. And yeah, so announcements, etc. So there are introduction channels as well, and the search in here is also quite nice. You can see straight away it's telling you search options, so it makes it much easier. So I like to use has, I think, has links, is it the same, has loud, has sticker, has sound. So it's amazing. So there's going to be messages with all the messages where there's a link. And so, for example, if I would like to do a specific search based on like CV, or PDF, or GitHub mentioning, or LinkedIn or something like that, so I can do that. In most of the places like that, so I don't see the jobs right away. So that's why I will try to reach out, and so to find an admin here is super easy. So they're usually in here on top. So you just send a message to the admin and say, hey, I'm new to this community. I'm a recruiter. Can I post the job? Can it be useful? But a lot of communities, for example, Rust, yeah, let me see if they have jobs. I'm just looking for, this is Ruby community. So whoever I was looking for, yeah, seeking and hiring. Amazing. So, and as you see, it looks here automated. So what I like about like Slack also has a lot of bots, but in a way, I think for the free plan, it's quite challenging to get them. But those people who are organizing communities, they have created a bot, and like it could be free, and it could really like, you know, makes your life much easier, but also like, you can experiment a lot. So the best ways to really be as part of the Discord community, scraping is useless. So just trust me because you can do that. It's an absolute violation of all the terms and conditions. Because you have to go like behind some, you have to go on the dark side. Let me put it like that. But when it comes to names, you see how people call themselves, and this is like the problem nightmare for us recruiters. So they most of them just don't use their real names. So it's going to be super hard, even with some tools, to find them. So that's why it doesn't make sense. So the real game here is to be known to the community. So, for example, we will take the WeAreDevelopers. WeAreDevelopers hosting amazing World Congress every year. So what they can do, they can join this community and say, hey, this is what we do, and they're happy to, I don't know, um, um, invite juniors for our workshop so that they can learn, and so we can help out the juniors to become better, or we can mentor some people because Soviet developers have an amazing team and amazing like world-class speakers. So you can always find a way. So your hiring managers, and it's a really success story. um, I was asking hiring managers to join communities for art and designers because it's very hard to go through their portfolios, and it's quite challenging if you're not designing yourself. And I consider that I have bad taste in design and things, so it's quite hard. So when hiring manager join and introduce, hey, by the way, I'm from this company and I'm hiring and I'm here to answer any questions, or maybe someone would like to apply to work with me, I'm happy to have a call. So once one of the hiring managers I worked with said that he's happy to jump into the call, he spent 6 hours in this community just answering the questions, calls, and they ended up streaming, talking, and yeah, we hired one person. So it's a good place to try it out. So find a way to introduce yourself. So it could be like one of the channels. Try to find maybe the jobs, and so that you can post. And yeah, if someone is seeking for a job, here also like looking for a job, looking for, you can also see specific words you can do. You can use the phrases. Yeah, the search is here is very nice, but I think you need to get used to it in a way because it's different. So when you call someone in a channel that is a live channel, so where you can really call, so let me show it in my community, so voice channel. So don't forget to really hang up because yeah, disconnect, because this is the thing. So it's not like one person is hanging up, so you both need to hang up. So this is one of the junior mistakes that everyone is doing when they join in Discord. Find the Discord community is very easy. Again, you just go to the Discover, and you try to find whatever is your passion or whoever you're looking for. I saw C sharp. Maybe we can look for DBA as well. Yeah, 47,000 uh, C sharp users versus C++, etc. So one great thing about these communities as well, and I would be interested to see the events actually. Maybe something is relevant happening. I don't know. It is also these communities. They have their GitHub repositoriums, and this is what I also like. This is another way for me to find. If I go in GitHub and I'm gonna search for this one. Awesome Discord. I probably could go through awesome Discord communities. You see, this is the first thing, and it's gonna give me some inspiration. Who else I can find? What are the communities I can join? So you see, it's also divided based on the language, and maybe even location sometimes. Yeah, with Discord, it's hard to find the location, and it's a filter based on the location. So I would say it's a little bit more shooting. You see, I just clicked it, I just joined it, and I see straight away things that's yeah. So people discussing and etc. Um, still really worth trying, because I had a success story when I was working for the product company. I was hiring one person from Slack community, one person from Discord, but from Slack community every month at least one, but from Discord it was one person and one in 2-3 months, because it takes much more time to engage with the community. So this is good. Any questions? I haven't seen any questions, so probably you guys are trying. So you can send direct message and just yeah, you can choose the person and you can straight away type your question. Yeah, you can see the role, etc. And you need to regularly interact and potentially negotiate about how you're allowed to engage the community on a server with the admins of these communities. How do you generally go about nurturing relationships with them? So this is a great thing. Nikos, thank you for the question. So when you see the admins or like the staff, this is the people who are really very knowledgeable about the community needs and how we can be helpful for them. I reach out, just like text them and say, hey, let's say and you can see, by the way, their bio, etc. I wonder straight away if you can search by bios. I do think I can. So when you look into like collaboration with admins, so you can say, hey, I have discounts, I have events, I have mentors, I have this and that. So you're basically offering them on a regular basis some kind of help, or maybe you're answering questions. So it's also like something that people kind of see. What I also do, I try to keep relevant communities in. So I only join the ones that I really need right now and trying to really help out, and probably even sometimes leave this community, because I understand that I will not be spending time and I don't want them just hanging in my list because I'm not opening them at all. So rejoining communities, like, you know, it's like you do that. It's easy. I hope it's answered the question, but it's a regular offering something, but it's not that hard, to be honest. Like you yeah, you have Congress. I think you can have such amazing opportunity to offer people.
Amazing, Ella. Thank you very much. I have the feeling that you had a lot more to say, but due to the time, you just couldn't share everything with us. Is that correct? And how can the attendees get in touch with you?
Yes, so this is a promised QR code for the links. So please do scan it. Let me know if you can scan it. People in the chat, just pin me if it's working. So basically what it's gonna give, yeah, thank you so much, Simon. What is gonna give you this, yeah, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, I see some regulars. They're so nice people. So you should see this one when you log in. So I see people not logging in. Maybe they don't have access yet. So I'm going to keep the QR code for a little bit longer. So this is like a list of communities, the modifiers that you need to try, Discord communities, some videos for inspiration. This is like, in general, really good tools. Please try Fountain Buster, try Bardeen. They have some very nice free scraping options, so that you can also learn, because yeah, scraping is a basic knowledge now, so you kind of must know it. So yeah, let me know if the QR code is working.
And if it is not working, I'm sure that we will find a way to deliver it to the attendees so that they can have access to everything that you have. One question maybe, Ella, to you, because it's not really a question, but I saw a comment already in the beginning of this conversation, and it was around diversity. So do these communities that you just shared with us allow for diversity hiring? And are there any specific initiatives or anything that you can do so that you can make sure that you hire a diverse talent via them? I mean, you mentioned that there are some women-related communities. I don't want to go into the gender again, but how do you handle it?
I agree. Thank you so much, Anna, for picking this up. I totally missed it. I found it very fascinating to be part of this such a big communities when you have like 47,000, 37,000 of people. So they are all from all over the world with different backgrounds, and you can find diverse channels inside the community. And this is how I was finding the groups like let's say Latinas or like Black and etc. etc. So you can always really just find these channels, and people like to create the channels because they also would like to discuss their challenges, or like underrepresented groups that they want to really have this opportunity to speak up. And so, yeah, so being part of such big communities give you access to diversity channel groups. But I also noticed that when I joined them, I'm not always very knowledgeable about the background of these people, and I try to also be mindful because I always feel like I can educate myself more on the diversity side.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I like this part that when you join community, it's not only about benefiting from them, but it's also about giving back. There is one question, I think it's related to the QR code, Ella. I need to request access to it.
No, it should be absolutely. Let me do that. Let me check. Or restricted. Sorry. So I'm gonna. Anyone with a link now can do that. Done.
Okay, until you're doing it, I just want to make sure for everyone who have not secured their tickets for Recruiting Insights in Berlin in 2024, just check the comment section so that you can get your 20% discount code.
Yeah. So it should work right now. So I hope it's yeah. So there's no need to request access, but I made it available for everyone. So I'm excited to see what it's gonna next year bring to us, right? Because it's such a turbulence, and I think being now in the communities, talking, learning from each other is the best that we can do until the recruitment and etc. picks up again.
Yeah, there are virtual communities, but also face-to-face communities. So we have a lot of opportunities, and I think that it's time for the communities to mix a little bit more. So I'm really happy that recruiters now are very much welcomed by developers whenever they go there with not only with a job, but also with the willingness to help with a career advice or with some career coaching, or to answer questions of why do recruiters do this or that. Like simple things to cooperate together.
Yeah,
You're amazing as always.
Oh, Toxi, thank you so much. Thank you. This actually, I see a lot of people who are joining my Friday sourcing sessions. Yeah, so they're free, so anyone can join. So just ask for the link. But it's interesting. In some communities, I had to explain the difference between HR, recruitment, and sourcing. And when they say, "Hey, I'm a sourcer," so people are like, "What's that? What's that?" So they, what is it you do? I mean, like trying to steal your profiles, like find information in the emails and reach out to 10 times.
Yeah, I'm a digger. Okay,
Exactly,
I'm just
exactly.
waiting. I want to make sure that the 20% discount are in the comment section for the Tech Recruiting Insights in Berlin in 2024. So that everyone can have access to it. Everything is fine with the QR code that Ella shared with you. This webinar is also going to be recorded and available to you. Thank you one more time, Ella. Just I want to encourage everyone, hope it's not wrong that I'm doing this, to get in touch with you if they have questions, but I know that you're usually very responsive and a lovely person.
Thanks, Sarah. Thank you. Yeah, it's mutual, very mutual, and I think we're finishing on time. This is like really rare. So thank you everyone for your questions, and yeah, so for QR codes, yeah, we
Maybe
can
you can
put it
share it one
online.
more time. Yeah.
I'm gonna share the link in the chat, so that's gonna make it even much easier. So can I? I'm gonna drop it in the private chat, and if Nicholas, we have a background on the backstage, so you don't see, but Nicholas is working very hard to make sure that we have a very smooth webinars. Thank you so much.
Maybe he can show up his
Yeah, there
face
is.
to the audience.
I don't know. Maybe he doesn't want to.
Come on, Nico. Thank you, Nico.
That was fast. Thank
Okay,
you so
and
much.
your code is there as
Enjoy.
well. Okay, thank you, everyone. Looking forward to meet you again. Bye.